He's took over partway through the year, and he's one of the fair board members as well.
Yes.
I don't recommend climbing the flag stand to shake his hand. You can wait until he comes down.
Right. Also, another fair board member is Keith Crawford, our eye in the sky up here in the grandstands, helping out. We are green with fair racing. As they fire it off down into 1 and 2, it is going to be Jacob Dye with the early advantage. Here comes Superman, to no surprise, from 4th up to 2nd, and now he is looking to work on the 20D of Dye. But no, Jacob Dye is going to lead lap 1.
Snyder has no interest in prisoners as he will go back to the top shelf about halfway up the Crawford County Speedway through 1 and 2. Sizing him up down into 3 and 4, diving down, sliding across the groove, Stuart Snyder to P1.
While we're looking at that, the gunslinger Gunnar Pike now puts himself up into 3rd place as he gets around Ms. Maddie Miller. And then look at the gaggle behind him. You got both Millers, Greenwood and Hausman, for 4, 5, 6, and 7 right now. They are throwing it out. They're throwing elbows and battling it out.
Superman, then Dye, then the gunslinger, then now Joe Miller and the hitman, Mike Hausman Jr., able to slide up in front of Maddie Miller, who's a little free off the corner as Greenwood takes over 6th. Halfway home.
4 laps down, 4 to go, as Stu Snyder has absolutely walked the dog, taken to the Gapplebees on a race night. The field now starting to settle down just a little bit. However, Hausman is making ground on the 53 of Miller. We may have a battle for that position coming up.
Slot car for Superman around the top shelf. At least where it is right now, about 2/3 of the way up the banking. And he drives down across and diamonds to 2 to go.
2 more circuits around the Crawford County Speedway. First of 2 heat races in your IMCA RaceSaver sprint cars. And Stu Snyder is going to see the white flag in the hands of Chief Starter Brian Broderson.
Stuart Snyder into 3 and off of 4 for the final time. After taking the top spot, he checked out on this one. He wins heat race number 1. Jacob Dye 2nd. The gunslinger Gunnar Pike will come home 3rd. Joe Miller 4th, and Mike Hausman Jr. 5th as they run on the racing surface. Jake Greenwood and Maddie Miller round out heat race number 1.
Broadcasting all of the great action here at the Crawford County Speedway. They'll be here next week as well for season championship night.
Green flag is out on heat race number 2. And Cody Ledger doing the exact opposite of messing around, getting out to the lead through 1 and 2. Brett Klabundi trying to track him down as he goes high. Vanderheiden and Gilliam still side by side. Vanderheiden will take over the spot. Riggins close with Hurst down the front straightaway for 5th.
Cody Ledger doing Cody Ledger things right now as he's leading. Right now the best battle is for 4 and 5. That is going to be Hurst versus Spora. And big bobble by the 4J of Gilliam. That is going to allow the 14J of Riggins to get around him.
Side by side for the runner-up spot. Klabundi with the horsepower off the top side. And Vanderheiden still trying to catfish to the 2nd position. Still side by side for that spot.
Choo-choo, the coal train's coming through. Now he's going to tuck up behind the 77 of Klabundi. All this is happening way behind Ledger. Now here comes Riggins. Riggins around the 45 of Hurst. Now Hurst going to try and battle back to the inside.
Still close quarters for that 2nd spot as well. Vanderheiden on the bottom with the purple numbers and trim. And that black 77 of Clapundi still able to power around on the high scary side. Riggins now going to the bottom of Hurst as he'll take over the 4th position. Clapundi slips up the racetrack, and the runner-up spot belongs to Cole Vanderheiden.
But at the halfway point, all of this happening behind the 47 of Cody Ledger. Oh, Riggins and the 45 of Hurst almost got, sorry, it's the 45B and Nick Bryant, my bad. Almost got together, but it is going to be Riggins taking over that position.
Riggins comfortably in the 4th spot. Cody Ledger takes the white flag.
One more lap around for the cool customer, Cody Ledger. He takes it out of 2, fires it off down the backstretch. He's going to go into 3 and 4. And Cody Ledger's going to take the heat race win. Second's going to go to the Cole train, Cole Vanderheiden. Brett Clapundi in 3rd. Josh Riggins in 4th. And Nick Bryan rounding out that top 5. It is Parade and Wave on display.
And Cody Ledger on the front row. Let's do this thing at the Crawford County Speedway.
14 cars, 20 laps the distance, and a possible championship on the line, as it is going to be Cody Ledger to the early advantage. Shuts the door on Clapundi, and here comes a cold train. Vanderheiden now in 2nd. He wants more. He tries to get side by side, but can't quite do it.
Hausman into 3rd as well. Code Red to the bottom with 1 down and 19 laps still to go. The Hitman to the top shelf and powering across the back straightaway. Cody Ledger out front as Hausman tries to track down Vanderheiden. 3-way battle for 4th.
Hausman, rocket shot on the high side, takes over 2nd. If Stu Snyder can get a hold of Clapundi and they finish that way, that's going to be the title. But as of right now, it is all Clapundi way up in the rumbly crumblies, and he's going to lose a ton of spots.
Mike Hausman Jr. smooth on the top. Ledger, story, but on the bottom side of the racetrack. But that bright red 4L is trying to put the hook in that orange 47.
The question is, can he do it? It's Code Red and Cody Ledger through 1 and 2. Smooth as silk on the low side. Hausman. He is going to the whip, whipping that car like a rented government plow mule coming around the outside. Can he make up more ground? 15 to go.
5 laps down, 15 laps to go. Cole Vanderheiden in the 15B under pressure from the 14J of Riggins. That blue 14 trying to track down the 15 as Snyder is in 5th. And Ledger and then Hausman still the top 2.
Once again through 1 and 2, Hausman Jr. on the low side, Ledger on the high side, Ledger to the low side. But Hausman starting to make up some ground. He is starting to gain on that 47 of Ledger.
Ledger sideways off the corner. And the Hitman is coming like a house of fire off of the turn number 2 that time, into 3 and off the 4. The 4L is at the back door of the 47 with 12 laps to go.
Hausman can sense it. He can lock up the title a week early, and he wants to get it done in fine fashion with a win. He is almost up to the tail tank of Code Red, Cody Ledger, as they fire it off into 3 and 4 one more time. Ledger again on the tires. Hausman on the top. He is almost there.
Still a couple laps to lap traffic if we stay green. 9 down and 11 to go. Halfway home next time. Hausman takes a shot, slides across the groove, and now he'll have to wind it back up to get back to Ledger. And lap traffic is lurking as we hit the halfway point.
Right now it is Vander Heiden, the 14J of Riggins, and Superman Stu Snyder, 3, 4, and 5. But Ledger is gonna see some lap traffic coming up in front of him in the form of Shadrack Spora and Matty Miller.
They are side by side for the 13th position. And the top spot is coming on strong. Down the back straightaway, Ledger that time. Still going high and then dipping low in the corners. Hausman still trying to get to it. 8 to go.
Will lap traffic play a factor? That is the question.
Slide job for the lead. The Hitman takes it, and the crossover move by Ledger off of turn number 2.
Oh, Ledger had that crossover time just right. Hausman punched his ticket to Slide Job City, but was not able to find accommodations to stay. Now he's gonna try it again. He's on the low side. He's gonna slide up. Ledger turns it back down the hill. He's gonna get back by him. We have a Jim Dandy battle for the lead right now as Ledger trying to hold off Hausman. Here comes Hausman again.
Hausman sizing him up with 6 to go as they enter lap traffic around Spora. To the top shelf, they both have to stay there as they also get by Brian down the back straightaway. Ledger a little lower on the racetrack trying to go after Matty Miller. Mike Hausman Jr. may be fading with 5 to go.
If Hausman is going to have anything for Ledger, he has to get it done right now as Ledger and Matty Miller almost come together. Hausman running out of time. Tick, 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 the clock ticking away. It is Ledger leading the lap with 4 to go.
Almost into the wall was Matty Miller, and Hausman able to get by her safely off of 4. Cody Ledger, slot car, around the top side of the racetrack as Hausman nearly hit the wall. May have kissed it off of 2, and that may be just enough for Cody Ledger with 3 to go.
Matty Miller over the berm in 3 and 4. Brings it back on. We're gonna go Yeller. And oh my Kimpson, how that ball game just got changed. You had Mike Hausman Jr. coming out of 2 a few laps ago. He got up in the rumbly crumblies, almost tagged the wall, lost a lot of ground, and looked like Ledger might have it on lockdown. Now, oh boy. So ladies and gentlemen, 4 laps to go. We are gonna head down 3 and 4, and Brian Broderson's gonna throw the green. Hausman Jr. drives it down the hill. He's gonna catch right back up to Ledger, who had a great start. Hausman not quite able to pull the slide job. That's gonna allow Ledger to get ahead of him. It is gonna be Ledger, Hausman. Now here comes Cole Vander Heiden in there for second as well with Hausman.
Side by side briefly for the runner-up spot as Cody Ledger looks to capture and clinch the feature victory down the back straightaway, coming to 2 to go. Hausman Jr. into second, Vander Heiden trying to threaten, but they're pretty well strung out until the battle for 6th between Joe Miller and Gunnar Pike.
Out of turn 2 down the backstretch, it is gonna be all Cody Ledger. Ledger's gonna see the white flag in the air, 1 to go.
Cody Ledger through 1 and 2. Three-way battle for second, potentially down the back straightaway for the final time. It is Code Red, Cody Ledger, capturing the victory here tonight and going to Van Wall Equipment victory lane.
Cody Ledger's gonna win. Mike Hausman Jr. is gonna be second. At the line, it's Josh Riggins over Cole Vander Heiden, 3rd and 4th, and Stu Snyder 5th. So unofficially, that means that the 4L Mike Hausman Jr. will be your 2022 Crawford County Speedway champion.